Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make buttermilk at home. Three separate ways to make it. So just added some milk to a measuring cup, and now I'm going to go ahead and just add in some lemon. So just big shout out to my friend Talon for giving me a bunch of lemons from his lemon tree. So just going to go ahead and add in the lemon and just mix that together. Now, the thing that's great about this is if you just are going to use buttermilk for like pancakes or waffles or whatever, just for a recipe, you don't want to buy a full carton. This is just a really easy hack to have buttermilk for whatever that recipe is. Just go ahead and stir in that lemon juice or white vinegar. Now you can use any vinegar, but white vinegar is the most neutral. So lemon juice or vinegar, just add them to the milk and go ahead and stir that in. Now I've read on some blogs that, hey, you have to let the vinegar or lemon juice stand in the milk for a bit, like let it stand for 10 minutes before using. Not true. Just mix it in, thoroughly combine it, boom, it's ready to cook with. One thing to note, the milk is not gonna get thick like regular buttermilk. This is not buttermilk. If you like to drink buttermilk, like my crazy mom, if you like to drink buttermilk, this is not for drinking. This is for using in recipes. So it's not gonna get thick like buttermilk, and the lemon and the vinegar might actually cause the milk to curd a little bit, which is totally fine. But you might get some of those curds in the final product. It's just the fat in the milk reacting to the acid. Okay, method 2. So once again, take your milk, and we're gonna add in some cream of tartar. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. The cream of tartar, once again, provides that same sort of thing as the vinegar and the lemon juice. But if you add it directly to milk, it might get a little clumpy, it might not fully mix in. So you can do two things, just depending on the recipe. One, you can take the cream of tartar and add just a little bit of milk to kind of create a paste and then whisk that into the milk. Or you can add the cream of tartar, depending on the recipe, to the dry ingredients of the recipe and then add the milk to the wet ingredients, and just based on science, it'll all still kind of work out. So you can mix it in before or not, depending on what recipe that you're creating. But just another easy way to create buttermilk when you don't have it. Okay, so that's method 2. I'm gonna show you method 3 right after this. The thing that's great about buttermilk is that it adds this airiness to baked goods, right? The acidity in buttermilk reacts with baking soda or baking powder, causing it to fizz, which brings that light fluffiness to like baked goods, which makes them so delicious. But if you don't have it on hand, the thing that's great about these 3 methods that I'm showing you is that they just take a few minutes. So you don't need to go to the store and buy a full carton. If you don't use buttermilk regularly, you can just use these ingredients. Or if you happen to buy buttermilk all the time and just happen to be out, these are really, really great ways to get up and running without having buttermilk in the house. One more thing before I get into method 3. So the things I showed you before, I used milk with lemon juice or vinegar, and then I used milk with cream of tartar, right? So you can actually do both of those versions without a dairy milk. So if you're vegan, you can use an alt milk like soy milk, rice milk, whatever. It doesn't have to be a dairy-based product. You just need that liquid and that acidity. Okay, so version 3. So you can actually just take yogurt or sour cream, both will work. Just take yogurt or sour cream and mix them in with just a little bit of milk. You don't have to thin them out. It depends on the recipe, kind of coming back to that cream of tartar. So if you need a more liquidy buttermilk for the recipe that you're making, then yeah, thin it out with just a little bit of milk. Or if you don't, you can just use straight up yogurt or sour cream. And those are just the 3 simple ways that you can actually create buttermilk, a buttermilk substitute at home. Easy breezy. You like this video? Give me a thumbs up. If there's something you want to see, drop a comment down below. And if you'd like to cook like I do, I release new videos every single week. See you guys next time.